thing to recognize Steph Curry as a great player and argue that he might be the best player in the world. But this love fest, I mean, if Steph Curry passed gas right now, folks would call it perfume.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second.
Well, he has a great motor. I think a lot of people don't understand how great his motor is. He never stops moving. His ball handling, his ability to shoot the ball off the dribble and off the catch, is uncanny. I don't think there's ever been a guy in our league to be able to shoot the ball as well as he does, off the dribble or off the catch, off the ball. And he just creates so many different matchup problems for your defense, and you always have to be aware of them.
How do you slow him down?
The same way you slow me down. Well. You can't.
Within the,
I just remember coming out, getting my workout in right before the game, and once I finished my workout, I'm telling Steph to come on. We usually play one-on-one before each game. Now, all of a sudden, the NBA and to play against him, see him win the MVP, see him win a championship, I'm just like, man, this is the same kid that I used to play one-on-one against, and he had it all then. His mindset is like, hey, this time I'm gonna beat you.
do you remember the first time these guys got on your radar? You seeing them play or playing like an AAU or any, I mean.
I told Steph this. I was about 10 years old, and our AAU team drove down to Charlotte and played, and it was just one, like, I thought he was white, but he was he's yellow kid, right? I'm just being real now, right?
No, it's good.
For real. Like where I come from, like we don't see that. We don't see the light skinned guys where I come from. It's all like guys like me. So I walk in the gym and this guy just stepped across half court and just pulled the jump shot. I was like, it's not making this. Splash. So when we played him, he had like 35. And he was like 10 years old, and I was like, yeah, who is this? And 10 years later, wow, that's Steph Curry. And it's crazy how you cross paths with these guys when you're kids and you don't know, and you're just playing the game, and then once you, it's like, wow, it's pretty cool to see him, at that age.
I think right now, from what I've seen, it's easy for me to say that he's the best that I've ever seen shoot. I've seen some great shooters, but we have this conversation all the time about the generations, what we've seen, who's the best at their particular position or their skill. You guys know as well as I do, each year the generation, when they change, the game changes. And so I really put him in a category all of his own, because the way he plays the game, being a point guard that can handle the way he handles the ball and the way he can shoot the ball and the way he shoots it. And I think right now people are watching Steph play, and so these young kids are now growing up, and he's setting the bar for those young kids at the point guard position.
Steph Curry, LeBron James. What are the differences between those two players?
The way that they approach the game is completely different, and the systems that they operate in are very different as well. Their styles of play are diametrically opposed to each other. It's pretty interesting to see the force that Cleveland plays with, the physicality, versus the fluidity of a Golden State. So it should be an interesting series.
If you look at the players in the NBA today, who is the closest, or who would you say has a Kobe instinct about them?
There's several of them, I think, out there right now that approach the game, extremely, extremely seriously. And I get a kick out of watching Golden State play because, they seem very unassuming. Clay and Steph seem very calm and nice guys, and those guys are stone cold killers, man. They don't care about what you think of them. They don't care about if they make a game-winning shot or miss it. They're out there to do their job, and they have a very strong sense of killer instinct.
How much fun is it now that the game is over to think about the matchup you have with Steph Curry?
Man, he can shoot that ball, can't he? Man, I felt like I was as close as you could get to him, but a lot of credit to Steph, man. He plays hard, plays the right way, but that's a good team win for us.
All that stuff he learned going to your camps as a kid.
Whatever. He learned that from Dale, from his dad, you know what I mean? But it's a really good team over there. I'm just happy we got up for this game.
What was your reaction when you saw what Curry did?
Oh, that was embarrassing. Really. When you watch it, right? He's coming down the lane, then he's going out, and then he stops, right? Pat! Oh, where you? Hey, come back. Just sit down. And then, I mean, as a defender, when you're off balance like that, that's embarrassing.
I've never seen a player with the ability to do what this man is doing. He's shooting from wherever the fuck he chooses to, man.
Steph Curry is the most arrogant player we've had in the NBA since Michael Jordan. And I love him. I got no problem with it.
You think he's super arrogant?
How else can you read taking a shot, staring at your defender before it goes in?
Steph Curry, to me, is a player I've never seen before. Let me explain. You know, coming in, you know, growing up, you see big guards, Magic Johnson, Big O, guys like that. When I was playing, big guards, Jordan, Penny Hardaway, LeBron. This guy reminds me of, where's my thing at? This is what Steph Curry reminds me of when I see him. He reminds me of a cute little baby boy. He's so little and so cute. And he just want to kiss him every time I see him. And, but he's killing right now. He's just so dominant right now. You know, the things he's doing, he's bringing excitement to the game. But again, he's just so cute.
Yeah.
When I look at him. No, he really is. He's like he's adorable. Just put it that way.
Curry's the best shooter I've ever seen. I believe that. In terms of being able to, you know, off the dribble, get his shot off from anywhere that fast, best I've ever seen. He can shoot. His daddy could shoot, but he could only stand in one spot and shoot, right? He didn't really like to run around a lot.
What goals do you have when it comes to trying to defend Steph, or what you want to try to do against him?
You just try to make it tough as much as possible. I mean, he's going to get to certain spots on the floor. They do a great job of running some continuity plays that allow him not to stay stagnant at all. You know, he's going to come off a lot of pick and rolls, a lot of pin downs. So, just takes a total team effort to contain, you know, him and Clay as well as the other guys. What makes this league really great is just, especially the point guard role, is just everyone's just so different. You know, in terms of what they offer to their team, and you know, when you have an MVP, two-time, and you know what he contributes every single night and what he means on that floor for them. I mean, you know, you just got to have your antennas up even more.
Do we still expect Paul then? That show, that unanimous MVP
without a doubt. I mean, you go into this season, what do you think the scouting report is on him every single night? For 82 games, you're seeing every single type of defense imaginable. You're seeing double teams. You're seeing guys deny you the ball. You've seen every coverage. So nothing is going to be new in the finals that you haven't seen. And you've been able to produce at an MVP level seeing these type of defenses. That's all. Whatever Cavaliers are going to throw at him, it's going to be nothing new he hasn't seen.
You know, it's fantastic. I mean, I enjoy watching him play. You know, after the game, I told him, I said, you guys got to go ahead and make history. And, you know, you had the same response that I would have had. And he said, you know, I got to chase you. And I said, damn right, absolutely. Come and get him, right? And, you know, it's cool for me to see these players develop and, you know, be able to step back and watch them grow and watch them do what they do. So it's fun.
What a LeBron can do, I know he can't do inside and outside what a Kevin Durant can do, but they can't do what he can do, which is shoot like that. And Kevin Durant can pull up from 30, but I ain't never seen anybody shoot the way this brother shoots the basketball. It's scary. He literally is a threat from the time he steps past half court.
But no, his arsenal, Chuck, is just too deep to stop. He's the Michael Jordan of this era without dunking a basketball. He shoots threes, Jordan dunk. The only difference. What do you think?
Well, he's right now he's just playing. His confidence is supreme. He can make. He'll take any shot, and he's making all those shots. But to me, he's like, I can score on anybody. And when you cross over from being a great player to a superstar, your confidence goes through the roof, and his confidence is through the roof right now.
Has anyone told you that Curry shared his opinion that it should be Harden because of where the Rockets are in the standings?
I don't care, no matter what he says. Who is he? Say it again. What have you seen from Steph's MVP season overall? Making shots. You know, he did a good job of making shots, creating shots for himself, and you know, he's a tough shot maker.
How different is guarding him compared to guarding other point guards when you go into your scouting of him?
He's a shooter. I mean, he's not nothing you know, I haven't seen. Little him, Lillard, guys like that can shoot the basketball from 4 or 5 feet behind the three. You got to do a little different job, but just be physical.
I do not believe
he personally hates Steph Curry. I just don't believe it.
Steph Curry, is it too early to call him the best shooter in NBA history? Nope. He's the best? I mean, no disrespect to Ray and Reggie, Mark Price, Mahmoud, Steve Kerr, John Paxson, those guys. He got a ways to go, but for right now, I mean, he's doing a whole bunch of front runs, and I can only see him getting better. You know what I mean? It's that, and what makes it so unique about him is the fact that he can get his shot off himself. You know, he don't have to come off screens or anything like that. You know, not taking away from those great shooters, but you know, he's just got a unique talent to where, you know, he can do it all with the ball handling and everything too. So, you know, he's going to continue to be a tough cover, and he's only going to get better shooting the basketball. And I think he'll go down as the greatest shooter in the NBA.
Steph is the. I never seen nobody like him. I told him last night. I said, when you play with force, like I've never seen a player like you before, and he played with force tonight. And the stuff you hear about Steph, as far as sacrificing and being selfless and caring about his teammates, caring about other people, is real. It's not a fake. It's not a facade. He doesn't put on his mask or this suit every single day to come in here and fake in front of you guys. He really is like that. And it's amazing to see a superstar who sacrifices, who doesn't care about nothing but the group. And he obviously wants to play well. He obviously wants to show who he is because he's competitive, but it's all about the group. So when I asked him, like, yo, you want to work out? Some guys want to, you know, keep it to themselves. But he's like, no, let's get some work in.
If I'm the coach, literally, when I'm in a huddle, I don't have plays. I look at Steph. Steph, what should we do? You just want to figure it out? All right. Bottom line, the man is making history. I'm a supporter, man. Keep doing you, Steph. God damn. You're killing the game right now, bro.
And you have, if you've noticed, if you follow some from Davison. Like, the one thing I was saying about Chucky and Shaq, we were saying, can he continue to shoot like this? He's never not shot like this. He's always shot. You know, the only thing, he's on, this is a stage now that's bigger and better. But in college at Davison, he was a shooter like this. In high school, he was a shooter like this, from what Dell used to tell me. And then now you watched it, and you're watching it now.
LeBron, he's a cool guy. He's a guy that actually, for me, when I was coming through college, when I first met him, he came to a couple of my games.
The shot, his acumen, his basketball intelligence, what did you see in him?
Everything. The fact that he was, you know, I just kind of read upon his story from day one, how under recruited he was, and you know, to be able to lead a Davison squad like that into the tournament. And I actually got an opportunity to watch him 3 or 4 times in college. I drove up to Detroit to watch him in the tournament. I happened to be in Charlotte playing the Hornets, which was the Bobcats at the time, I believe, and got an opportunity to watch him there. And I just thought he was special. Thought he was a special kid. I'm very good at noticing talent, and I thought he was special then, and you know, obviously he is now still.
But you gonna miss every shot first 3 quarters of it. Just don't miss no more. Step back threes.
We had to do something.
You gonna give my point guard 3 hezzies? You gonna go here, and then here again? I'm like, damn. 3 hezzies? Give my point guard 3 hezzies though for the air.
Try.
Bad boy.
What? Sparred on the court a little bit. What kind of advice did you give him entering his first year in the NBA?
I just told him to be aggressive as possible, and as you watch, you know, because you're not sure if you're going to start when you come in as a rookie. I told him, you know, when you watch, learn different things. The best thing you can do coming in as a rookie is watch basketball. When your team's not playing, watch another team play, because that's how you learn.
What did you see as his greatest strengths on the court?
His knowledge of the game. You know, I think when he was in college, everyone was just like, he's just a shooter, but he's one of the best ball handlers. You know, I think that's what's going to surprise a lot of people, is the way that he's effective off the ball screen and the way that he can break defenders down.
You both move very well, get to spaces on the floor. You see that one of his strengths too? Does he play a little
Oh,
like
yeah.
you?
Oh, yeah, and that's what I'm saying as far as he knows the game. He knows how to use flares. He knows how to set screens and slip, and that's a huge asset, and that's why Golden State will be a dangerous team.
You know that guy is here.
he's incredible. He's different. Me being the biggest Michael Jordan fan, to see somebody come around like this, like I had my idea of me being incredible. You know what I mean? But this dude right here, like, it's different. It's a whole different monster.
A lot of players don't understand. I think the fans, it's very hard for the fans to really understand what I'm saying, because most players don't get it. There's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly, right? Because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there. And when a player has the skills and has trained himself to have the skills to be able to shoot, dribble, left, right, etc., and then you mix that with this calmness and poise, then you have a serious, serious problem on your hands. And so when I watch him play, that's what I see.
In this series, let me tell you something. You know, we can sit there and argue about these greatest shooters of all time. Man, the shooting performance that Steph Curry's putting on, it's just incredible. I mean, he's single-handedly, their whole team has got so much confidence because of him. He's getting now, because if your star is playing well, everybody else can just play and do their job. But these 3 games, he didn't play well in game 1, but the last 3 games is some of the best shooting I've ever seen. I mean, he is enthusiastic, he's passing the ball well, but this has just been a one-man wrecking crew, man. I've never seen a 3-point. I played with Matt Maloney. Antoine Walker was a very good player. JT is a heck of a player. But what this kid has done in these, let's say, 3 games, it's got us arguing about shooting in the green room. It's just incredible.
You know what?
You know, it's so interesting when they talk about, creating a simulator to duplicate, what Steph Curry does on the court. And, the simulator can't measure up because it just doesn't look real. But that's what he's been doing on the court, things that really don't look real to the normal eye. And you have to give him kudos for that.
Now, all of a sudden, he ain't got no posters with him dunking. No. All his posters are him shooting threes. Dr. J, everybody wanted to be Dr. J. You wanted to fly through there. Everybody wanted to be Mike. Now everybody want to be Steph. Everybody want to shoot threes. I don't care nothing about dunking anymore. I don't need to dunk. Steph Curry is proving that, you know what, you can just be a 6'2", 185-pound guy and still go make $50 million a year shooting the basketball.
You have to say, he revolutionized the way the game was played.
Yeah.
No question. Yes. Right? But, I want to talk about Steph Curry. Yeah. And, everyone says there's certain ways maybe you can guard him, because we say, why is this guy who's 155 pounds soaking wet able to dominate a basketball game? So I want you to be Draymond Green. Mm-hmm. I'll be Steph, and these be our 2 defenders. So, you know what, Shaq, if you guard me, it'll be easier, because we don't want Chuck to move around too much with the hip. And we love your outfit. Yes. I just want to get another closer look at it. Touch him up. But the first thing you think is, you say, well, let me get physical with him and let me bump him up and touch him up. But because his ball handling ability is so good and his range is so deep, he'll move away from it. And then now when the pick comes, you say, well, if the pick comes, just double him. But what he does when you double team him, he says, I'm not just going to give my dribble up on the first dribble. I'm going to drag it a little bit longer. And now I give Draymond Green an easy opportunity for the pass, for a shot, or the dunk. The second thing you have to understand is, because once he takes you in and you say, well, let me go over the pick. Because he's so good and fast, he drags, and now all of a sudden you got a one-on-one, and he creates, and he's great at the floater. So now how can you stop him again? We know you go to the last thing. You go, well, I'm going to really pressure. And then Draymond Green comes, he hands Draymond the ball, and he says, I'm going to be a 2-guard. Oh, my goodness. He's going to be crazy. He says, I'm going to be a 2-guard, and I'm going to run around like a 2-guard, and I'm going to bring you up here, take you out of your comfort zone, and then now, all of a sudden, I get that look, and I get that wide-open shot that he always does, because now
he takes you so many directions. And if you do it again off of the last part of it, is on the fast break. When you think he's setting it up, he's setting up his shot. And this is 2 or 3 feet away from the basket, which normally looks like a bad shot, but for him, it isn't. It's effortless.
I don't know of anyone who scares me more than Steph Curry. This dude is primarily a jump shooter, still shot 48% from the field last year, averaged 24 and 8, got a handle, can dance on you anytime he wants to. And I'm talking about he don't even have to follow through. All you got to do is throw it up like that, and it's usually going in. Better than 40% from three-point range, 42% from three-point range. This dude is a sniper. He's a marksman. He is lethal. And I don't have a problem, and I don't think it's beyond the pale to have a discussion about how legitimate this young brother is. He's my favorite player in the NBA, Skip. He's a bad boy.
He's a pretty boy.
Really?
Yes, he is. Now, you're more qualified to say that than me, obviously. But what I'm saying is that, you know, Jamie Foxx in the commercial called him the baby face assassin. That's exactly what he is. You understand? His daughter's just as beautiful and adorable as ever.
Adorable.
You know, the mama's fine.
Gorgeous.
You know, I mean, you know, you look at him and you know, I mean, you know, Del Curry, his daddy's a handsome man. He's a handsome young man. This dude is a handsome dude.
His mother's beautiful.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his wife, though.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Her too, but I'm just saying, forgive me. The mama is who we get, we usually see the mama.
The wife is beautiful, too.
No, that's right. Well, of course, but the mama is. The point that I'm trying to make,
Steph Curry, I mean, he puts the ball in his hands. The minute he comes past half court, you are worried because he can pull up from the parking lot.